Добрый день, товарищи! Сегодня у меня знаменательный день. Прохожу собеседование. В смысле, это я пока сижу перед собеседованием. Настроение хорошее, сильно не волнуюсь. Потому что это ж, какие последствия могут быть? На работу не возьмут, да и все, придется дальше искать. А когда уже на работу попадешь, то все эти проверочки, там, Wetting Inspections, Coast Guard, там уже с подводной лодки никуда не убежишь. Сейчас посмотрите, это, конечно, уже будет какое 5-е видео. Чтобы к этому моменту подойти, смотрите, вначале видео TEL-тест, 2 часика, Merrill-Lynch тест, часик, подготовка к интервью. И сейчас, собственно, будет само собеседование. Все это я делаю, не выходя из своей кухни, благодаря интернету. Чем закончится, посмотрим дальше. Поэтому вот эти письма все, которые занимают там комментарии, где-то процентов 60, помогите трудоустроиться, я пишу, вообще изначально даже по умолчанию должно стоять высшее образование, английский язык. Потом вот эти тесты, смотрите, плейлист, потом задавайте вопросы. А это же долго учиться, 5 лет. Среднее образование, 3 года. Это тоже долго учиться. 2 месяца, правильно, курсы матросов, мотористов. И сразу попадаете на такой танкер, который в 136 сериях я описывал. Прям такую компанию. Сразу вас берут. Просто вы сидите на кухне, вам стучат в дверь. Вы открываете, вас под белые рученьки, без тестов, без образования, без английского берут туда. Чудо, что я могу сказать. Так что смотрите плейлист сначала, или когда вы там поймете, о чем вообще речь идет, тогда и спрашивайте вопросы дальше. То, что я писал в этом плейлисте свой танкер, я вообще попал первый раз туда на 19-м контракте. Сейчас будет мой 20-й юбилейный. Так что всем спасибо. Смотрим, чем это закончится. Аривидерчи. Good morning.
Доброе утро.
Доброе утро. Я думал на английском.
Мы перейдем на английский чуть позже, когда присоединится мой коллега из департамента. Он не говорит по-русски, поэтому вначале мы где-то он задерживается, что вполне. Значит, позвольте представиться. Значит, меня зовут технический суперинтендант.
Очень приятно.
Геннадий. Значит, цель нашего... Нам отведен час на то, чтобы проверить ваши, так скажем, знания и возможность пригласить вас на работу. Пока что в планах на VLCC. Я смотрю то, что у нас имеется в записях. У вас все от Макса это максимальный.
Максимальный, да, последний контракт был.
Да. И второй, то, что меня немножко, скажем, настораживает, вас не сильно будет испугать, если я вам скажу, что главный двигатель там Вярцева.
А мне сказали уже, да, не испугает. Для механика это что там?
Да, есть, конечно, свои особенности.
Это с особенностями разберемся там уже на месте.
Да, двигатель внутреннего сгорания, он есть двигатель внутреннего сгорания, в общем-то. Хорошо, скажите, пожалуйста, пока, опять же, буду продолжать. Я смотрю, у вас так... вот это... давайте, тогда переходим на English.
You can.
No. He's ready to speak English. So,
good morning.
Mr. Mikko Florin, our quality, safety, health and environmental marine department superintendent, joined us for the interview. So let's continue. The previous your experience, I can see that you are changing the management companies, let's say, very often. And last was not V-ship.
Last was Century Maritime. Before I've been working for 6 years in V-ships.
Mm-hmm. So what is the kind of, why you decided one day to leave the V-ships? very good and let's say the company with a name, let's say.
So, firstly, I was working on the bulk carriers, container vessels. After, when I was a second engineer, I decided to change the fleet, and I joined the Merlo Navigation. So I stayed there as a second engineer, 3 contracts. After I joined the V-Ships, and I increased my level till chief engineer. But the last contract, there were the tanker something like between 13,000 and 50,000 tons of deadweight. So they were a little bit old. So I decided to move to bigger vessels like crude oil carriers with foreign crew and a little bit newer. So the last contract, so I changed to Century Maritime. It was a Greek company. It's called Marine Trust. So this is Suezmax. I enjoyed there. So why I left this company? Because there were not too much ships in this company, and some Indian crew, Filipino crew there. So now I'm looking for the big vessels.
Okay. So we can see that you signed up back in August. So more than 8 months ashore already.
Yes, 8 months on shore.
Nothing, no family issues, no health issues behind.
No, there was a problem with my wife. She had the surgery operations, so I needed to stay at home. That's why.
Hopefully she is now okay, huh?
Yes, she is okay.
Okay. Okay, then part of the company, what you can say about the trading area? You have experience with the coast to United States, European ports.
Yes.
Let's concentrate on last 5 years. Can you describe the trading area?
Trading area in which ships I was working about 2 years in West Africa, but we were calling to European ports. West Africa, European ports. The last contract we were sailing across Atlantic Ocean 4 times. So I passed 2 vetting inspections, Shell, BP, and Coast Guard. Yeah, we visited US Coast Guard as well. And in Spain, port state control, MLC inspection, ISPS inspection.
Okay. And what was the result of the vetting inspections?
Result, it was good, but yes, some deficiencies too, or something like 4 for all vessels, 1 for machinery.
Okay, as you touch this part of, let's say, it was planned in the end of the interview. What documents you have on board for proper preparation of the vessel to the vetting inspection? What is the guiding document you work with?
Firstly, what is concerned to me, this is oil record book.
No. Oil record book you are working daily, etc. There is a document which is used by the vetting inspectors, and you have on board as well, and you can make a self-assessment. Are you ready for vetting or not? What is the name of this document?
It's called something, as I remember, like SIRE inspection.
Yes.
SIRE inspections. Observation list. There's a lot of questions there. Questionnaire list, yeah, something like this.
Okay, exactly. The name of the document is VIQ, Vessel Inspection Questionnaire.
Questionnaire, yes.
Yes. And do you remember the chapter in this questionnaire? This is directly related to the engine room spaces operations. There is this one chapter is directly for the chief engineer, engine room operations.
Yeah, this is I exactly don't remember because I need to refresh my memory. But this is yes, what is concerned to engine room, starting from documents and checking all important machineries and oil water separator, emergency generator, all some stuff like this. Periodically checks, routines, fuel oil test, lube oil analysis.
Okay, so you mentioned that you were calling the European ports, including the ECA areas as well.
Yes,
So,
yes, sure. In ECA areas we change over to marine gas oil, so the content of sulfur 0.1 and less. So we change before this ECA area. This is depends on there's a special calculator. So we just calculate how many hours does it take time to change over to burn all the fuel and change to 0.1%. It's approximately 7 hours.
okay, so you mentioned calculator, but you have to enter vessel-specific data in this calculator to estimate the time of the changeover from one fuel to another. What data you are entering in this calculator?
So data, as I remember, this is common volume of pipelines, which is leading from service tanks to main engine.
Okay.
What else? Yeah, consumption of main engine. So on this RPM and I forgot what else.
No, don't get up. So, if I tell you the previous fuel is 3% of sulfur.
Yes.
4% of sulfur. Is it make difference for the?
Yeah, sure. And percentage of sulfur. Yes, we put it in formula.
Okay, good. So, next question is also related to the changeover from one fuel to another. In your previous companies, for main engine, have you adjusted the cylinder oil feed rate when you are changing from the normal fuel to low sulfur and then back?
Yes, sure.
What was the procedure in your company? Can you tell me?
Procedure, for example, if main engine running on high sulfur fuel, so we are using lubricating oil, for example, TBN total base number 70. When we change over to low sulfur fuel, we change it to TBN 40 or 25. So the last vessel, it was alpha lubrication. We can adjust inside this. Yeah, just digitally.
So you made a physical change from another grade of the cylinder oil, but feed rate was adjusted by alpha lubricator.
Yeah.
Clear enough. Okay, what is the potential risk? I will tell you, in our company, we are not purchasing low PBN lube oil. There is a reason behind it. What do you think as a chief engineer? Why Columbia Ship Management decided not to go for the changeover from one lube oil to another?
One of my vessels, we had universal TBN oil. It's like it doesn't matter on what high sulfur or low sulfur fuel you are using in engine. So there's a one brand of oil. It's like total. But
why to make such decision, our company had let's say face a certain risk to change over from one TBN to another TBN. What do you think is this risk?
Risk.
Okay, let me guide a little bit to the correct answer. Not let's say. What will happen if when you are changing from the normal fuel with sulfur 3 and more percent to the low sulfur content, and you forget to change over to the low TBN, what will happen?
So it will be, it's like it will be existing some abrasives inside the combustions, and it will be because it's more sulfur is burning.
Sulfur is fuel not changed.
Fuel not change. For example, if we are using 3.5 sulfur content fuel, and we change, we are using like Luboil TBN 70, but now we change it to TBN 25.
We change to the MTO, but we forgot to change to the.
So it will be exaggerated supply of Luboil. So and it will be. It's like how to explain. It will be accumulate a lot of it's like sediment on piston rings, on cylinder liner.
Think about my understanding. If we do this, there is no high risk. But if we do opposite, we use the low TBN with MGO, then change over the fuel to the high sulfur content, and then forget to switch on.
Increase from TBN 25 to 70.
And here is the risk.
Yes, will be probable risk because it's like piston rings will be more.
And then whatever you describe is exactly what will happen. Okay, so do you have in your company certain policy for the feed rate? You mentioned that you enter in Alpha Lubricator the adjustment, which is, let's say, you enter the fuel sulfur content, and then automatically feed rate comes down, depending on the fuel you receive. Was in your company certain limit, minimum feed rate, which you cannot get lower than?
Yeah, but minimum feed rate, this is it's written in instruction manual for main engine. There's a special table and it's special graph.
Correct, but some managers tell, forget what is written in manual, we want to keep the feed rate at this level, not lower. Because Alpha Lubricator you can adjust down to the minimum of minimum, which is in the manual. But some owners and managers say, we don't want, we want to keep a little bit higher. So in your company, did you have such a policy?
In last company, yes, as I remember in Alpha Lubricators, it was, you can adjust the range of, for this lubricating oil, but minimum was, it's like, as I remember, 0.66, not less. That's it.
Okay. 0.66 per what?
Grams kilowatt per hour.
Okay. Okay. And you consider this level is okay, or if you will be told, okay, no limits, what rate you will say, establish as an engineer?
As an engineer, I need to check the instruction manual for main engine. So this is my solution.
Okay.
I don't need to adjust to zero. It's like crazy.
Okay. So do you remember what auxiliary engines? Let's say again, last 5 years, the maker, mark. What auxiliary engines you have experience with?
Auxiliary engines. So mostly I had approximately 70%. This is Yanmar. All the other MAN, B&W, and 2 times Wärtsilä.
Okay, so all the main brands you have experience. Okay, so can you recall also the plant maintenance system you are familiar with?
Plant maintenance system, Amos in the ships, it's called ShipSure. So I've been working for 6 years. And what else? Yeah, and the last company is called Danaus. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. So, plant maintenance system. It is a part of the vetting inspection as well.
Yeah.
So, if you are going for vetting and you have a overdue items in your plant maintenance system, what you will do?
So before waiting inspection, I need to check all my overdue jobs. So if I remain something not closed, so I need to explain why I didn't close. It's something like I shifted to dry dock or something important that I cannot do. So this is a leave.
Do we have a possibility to defer the job? Postpone or defer?
In my last plant maintenance system, I had some possibilities to move. It's like to ship to dry dock or somewhere, maybe delayed to 1 month. Or if I'm waiting for the spare parts, it can be delayed for some reasons.
Okay, so then the next question is, you will do it yourself or you will obtain the permission from the company to postpone the job?
If not so important, yes, I can do it myself. If it's more important, I need to call to technical manager or superintendent.
How you evaluate what is important and what is not important?
For example, for example, clean filter. This is not so important. Yeah, if something like turbocharger, managing turbocharger overhauling.
Okay, but what you mentioned to clean filter, that you cannot find the reason why not to clean the filter.
Yeah. This is I cannot postpone.
No justification.
Yeah, sure.
So let's do it another way. The question is, in your previous company, what was the procedure for chief engineer? What jobs he can defer himself and what jobs he had to obtain the permission from company? If there was no such policy, say, there was no policy. That's it.
Yeah, sure. It wasn't such a policy. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So let's come to the bunkering operation where the chief engineer is the key person and he is the person in charge. Always, in all companies.
Yes.
Okay, you are preparing vessel for bunkering. And charterers came to master and asked, please advise maximum intake for bunkering, let's say in Rotterdam, and what percentage of the tank's volume you as the chief engineer will include in your calculation. Then you have to take maximum. What will be the limit you will
maximum limit is usual. It's 95%, but I've been banking on other companies not more than 90%. But
that's okay. So 95% is realistic. Okay. Now you agreed the quantities with the supplier and it came to actual bunkering. Before you start bunkering, what documents you will request from the bunker supply barge?
So first, this is we are signing the checklist before bunkering. After they given me the paper with the initial data, this is density, viscosity, temperature, what else? Sulfur content, flash point.
What is the name of this document?
What is the name? What is the name?
How you will call this document?
I forgot. It's some like fuel characteristics or something like that.
Okay, normally it's called quality certificate.
Quality certificate, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what you mentioned is correct.
And we are going to the barge, checking.
Okay, Gennady, we have good time, but I want to ask you as much as possible.
Okay.
So, okay, you have first bunkering on the vessel you joined. You don't know how experienced is the second engineer, third engineer, but you want to be sure that everything will go smoothly. What instructions you will give to the responsible engineer for the only simple question, frequency of the manual checking of the level in the tank?
Okay.
Simple.
How often
The
you?
third engineer has to check the level manually, not on the gauges.
On the gauges we are checking. No, we are checking all the time manually. So frequency usually it's approximately once per half an hour. When the bunkering finishes, so it's every 5 minutes, 10 minutes when we are reducing the rate.
Okay, so it's clear, but let's make it more exactly. So beginning of bunkering, middle of bunkering, and then end of bunkering. So, and let's go to the level in time, not beginning in the, let's say, we started bunker operations, just March told you. We started. Okay. How often the engineer should take the level measurement?
Okay, when we started the bunkering, first we need to be sure that the fuel exactly goes to the tank which is indicated. For example, starboard port side. So in the beginning of bunkering, maybe every 10 minutes. So when we to be sure that the fuel increasing, and we need to check other empty tanks that the fuel not going there. So after we are checking every half an hour, and at the end of the bunkering, when we need to tell to the bunker barge that the rate must be reduced till 50% or less, and we are checking more frequently, every 10 minutes, again every 5 minutes. And we are usually connecting by walkie-talkie and checking the situation.
Now you finished bunkering, completed physical bunkering. Now you came to the documents and procedures. What should you take from bunker barge? What documents after completion?
First, this is MSDS, Material Safety Data Sheet, BDN, Bunker Delivery Note, or BDR, Bunker Delivery Receipt. The same.
Okay.
Two samples they are giving me.
Okay.
And
how many samples vessel will take during bunkering?
Sorry, they were taking the sample?
Well, you mentioned you collect from the bunker barge 2 samples.
2 samples, yes. And I've taken from my manifold.
Also has to make a sampling from the manifold. How many sample bottles you have to have?
Four samples. We are taken to Cubitainer during all bunkering.
The question was how many?
How many? 4.
Not how. Okay. Can you say distribution of these 4 samples? What?
Okay. First, this is vessel remains on my vessel. Second, Marpol remains on my vessel. Third, to the barge. Fourth, to the laboratory.
Okay. That's
One for surveyor.
one. If you have the
If we have surveyor, to 5.
independent surveyor, then you take one more. But,
Yes, one
Not
more.
not all the time.
Yes, not always. Okay, correct. Okay, so you mentioned Marpol sample. Why we are keeping it on board, and how long we have to keep on board the sample?
How long? Yes, this is a very interesting question because I asked many times, but somebody tell some difference. I think around 1 year.
Okay.
But why we keep on the Marpol sample? Because if we face to the damage of main engine, auxiliary engine or something like this, we can use this Marpol sample as a proof to the charter or bunker barge, so we can take them to the court.
But it can be used for the second sample, which is not Marpol, for these reasons.
Which remain is on vessel, yeah.
That's the pollution, in case of any pollution.
Yeah.
To be compared.
Okay, so
Yeah, sure.
now, as you mentioned, one sample goes to the shore laboratory for analysis. After a few days, you receive the results of analysis, and it shows that the sulfur content in the gas oil you supposed to consume within the ECA area is not below 0.1, but slightly above, let's say 0.12.
Yes, I had the same situation like this. So we were calling from Brazil to California.
Okay.
So I requested fuel 0.1, but when I started receiving, so they given me certificate 0.12. So I connected with the company, but they pushed me to take this fuel. And during the ship passage, I burned this inert gas generator, and we bunkered in another port with the sulfur content less than 0.1.
No, but this is different.
No.
This is different. In
No.
the BTN was already.
Let's make another way. You bunker, let's say in Gibraltar, send the sample to laboratory, and when you are already in ECA, we cross the border, going to Rotterdam, for example, you receive these results. You are already consuming.
If already consume it, but
And you are consuming the fuel which is prohibited by law to consume in this area.
Yeah, sure, because there are some delays between laboratory analysis, 5 days, 7 days, but first document, this is fuel certificate from the barge.
Correct, absolutely. The shore analysis is not, you are not obliged.
Yeah, this is secondary proof.
But there is certain procedure also. If you have this discrepancy, you should maybe you face, maybe not. But normally in all this set of laboratories, the guide is saying what you have to do in such cases.
Yeah. It's some description below in documents.
So what is the procedure? If you don't it is, but I will tell you. You have to inform harbor master in the bunkering port that the bunkering company is providing the fuel which is not in correspondence with the certificate provided. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
In the bunkering port, not in the where you are.
Yes. So and then the company and the operators will inform the port you are coming to. Okay. So let's come back to our engines. You are sitting in your cabin. Third engineer is calling you from the engine room and telling you, Mr. Gennady, I made an analysis of the lube oil in auxiliary engine number 2, which is now running under the law, and it shows that we have water content 0.5. What you will tell your third engineer?
To stop this auxiliary engine, change to another one, and I will go down and we will see what is going on.
Okay, good. Now You stop the engine absolutely correct. And you try to find from where the water comes to the lube oil. And tell me, as a third engineer, what I have to check. One by one.
First this is lube oil cooler, if it's like seawater cooling system.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Maybe. Check freshwater pump.
Okay, good.
Так, откуда еще? All the other, this is like cylinder head, cylinder liner, but this is a little bit later, because first, this is coolers and pumps.
But I will agree with you if the third engineer reported you that he just started the auxiliary engine and then made the assembly. But if it was running all the time, normally lube oil pressure is higher than water pressure. And then we have vice versa. We have through the cooler we have contamination of cooling water, not the water coming. But when the engine is at standby, then it can happen, what you tell me. It's correct. Okay.
Yes,
Now, main engine, second engineer, reported you. Mr. Gennady, can you come to engine room? We have it seems to me that the turbocharger number 2 is surging. Okay?
Yeah.
Understand what surging?
Yeah, I understand. Surgeon,
Okay.
hunting surgeon.
Now we again start to the real situation. You come down to the engine room. Yes, it's surging. Your actions. And troubleshooting.
Actions, first call to the bridge, reduce load a little bit.
Okay?
Yeah. Sometimes it happens when the fuel equipment faulty or something. Maybe the ship is rolling, the propeller goes out of the water, goes down. This happens like
to exclude them a little bit, to make it more clear. Yesterday weather condition was the same, temperature same, water temperature same, and just to this big part keep aside. And there was no surging. Now you become surging. Okay, let's go ahead with the troubleshooting. But what I would like to say, what you check and then exclude. Let's say, for example, you stated the fuel equipment.
yeah.
How you will find out that it is fuel equipment?
First, fuel equipment. This is fuel oil pumps, filters. Maybe just if suddenly.
Gennady,
Yeah.
Listen to the question. You are in the engine room. Here are a lot of the control instruments, monitors, etc. You can check immediately. Is this fuel pump, fuel valve, or something? Without, let's say, telling second engineer something. You just estimate what you have in front of you.
Yeah, I can check in control room the pressures, the differential pressure everywhere.
Yes. Okay, so but main thing for the fuel instrument is if you have exhaust temperatures by cylinder, it is.
Yeah, if
Or you have one cylinder, absolutely no burning. You realize that's what I want to see. I will check exhaust temperatures.
yes.
While it's okay, it means fuel pumps and fuel valves are okay. Next, I will check this parameter. If it is okay, I jump to the next. That's I would like to hear from you. This way, okay?
Yeah, I understand.
So we excluded already fuel pumps and fuel valves. Go ahead. What else?
Yeah, checking the exhaust gas temperatures. What the difference between cylinders? After we can check air filter, maybe it's dirty on turbocharger.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said before, this is maybe sudden load to the hull of the vessel, maybe.
Okay.
And
Okay, you quoted the fishing net, for example, on propeller. Okay, next.
next,
Don't forget, second engineer is together with you. You can send him somewhere. Please check this, come back, report, or asking questions.
we need to check air cooler differential pressure.
Okay, he came back and told me it's normal. Yesterday was the same reading. Next. If you remember, in the beginning, I told you, chief engineer, second engineer reported you, turbocharger number 2 is circular. Means you don't pick up the information, unfortunately. But turbocharger number 1 is okay.
If number.
Okay, we excluded the engine, we excluded cooler. Now we came to turbocharger. What can happen to the turbocharger apart of the air filter, which is also correct?
Yes, we need to check RPM and
Okay.
in control room. If it's lower than first turbocharger, yes, we have some problem there.
You know the answer.
Yeah, sure.
Don't shy. Okay. Don't panic. Okay. Next. I can see you are very experienced chief engineer all time. What is the least we experience? The guys who are in the rank all time, they are so-called cabin sitters. Can you, let's say, your best practice, how you build up your working day? Normal working day, sea passage, long sea passage from Singapore. Let's say 20 days sea passage to make it short. Well, how you will
Okay. Normal working day. We first before tomorrow, for example, working day. I need to, if we have some important jobs, I need to discuss with third engineer or second engineer before what we're gonna do tomorrow. So they need to think what to do. And before 8 o'clock, we need to gather all crew, some ratings, engineers, and just tell everybody what to do. And we need all the time we need to check this plane maintenance system. What is going by interval, maybe some inspection of mechanism or something changing like mechanical seals, this pump, another pump.
Okay.
But what is very important, I need to discuss earlier. Not to, for example, they decided to do their work. I will go in engine room and just and tell them that yesterday I decided to postpone this job. Let's do another job. This is my way of thinking of this.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And after, if
everybody went to do the job.
Okay. If they need my help, yes, I can just describe or help. And at the end of the day, I need to check what has been done during the day.
So we came to the end of the day too quickly. So let's say something in between happens for sure. Coffee time, at least 2 times a day, lunch, etc. But what you do, they are working.
What
Yes.
What I will do?
Engine room, main engine is working, auxiliary engine working, all the crew working. What do the chief engineer?
Chief engineer doing If I have some paperwork, I'm doing paperwork. If I'm preparing for bunkering, I'm preparing bunkering checklist. If I
the next one. Still
Okay.
No, we are talking about normal day. Okay. Two things I want to jump on. You have maintenance plan agreed tomorrow. Because yesterday you agreed that today you will do the bilge water separator.
separator. Okay.
Okay. Or you have to enter the bilge holding tank for inspection, cleaning, etc. What documents in such cases you will prepare or request responsible person to prepare?
For this kind of jobs, I need to issue work permit.
Okay.
If we're going to bilge holding tank, enclosed space entry and risk assessment.
Okay.
These are 3 documents.
Very good that you know the risk assessment.
Yeah,
Very good.
I know.
That's what I wanted to hear from you. Okay. Why do you prepare the risk assessment? Tell me the reason why.
Reason?
Because 5 years ago, nobody knew what is a risk assessment, but now it is normal practice.
So risk assessment must be prepared because we are checking probability and consequences. So
Okay.
what danger will happen inside the tank? Maybe yes, atmosphere must be ventilated, check oxygen content, and it's like so we need to reduce all the probability of something happen inside. So we need to reduce this from red level to the green.
Okay. To reduce all possible risks.
Yes, all possible risks.
Or exclude.
Exclude.
Or reduce. 2 options you have. And make the staff working more safely. That is the major normal question. Yeah.
Regarding this day-to-day chief engineer, I know chief engineer have a lot of paperwork, doing even this risk assessment together with second engineer. But like my colleague was saying, for a 20 days passage, in my opinion, you should do also a round in engine room at least once a day.
Oh yes, round the I'm
And
doing.
having this VIQ questionnaire, which is for engine room, is not very big, it's just few pages. In my opinion, you should check this every day and rectify, because the ship should be all the time ready for any inspection. Do not only last moment the company said, okay, you have now next port inspection, and at that time you start using this questionnaire. This must be like a daily routine, maybe not every day, but every week. Let's say you should do an inspection of the engine room, complete one after the VIQ, and also together with captain, you should do an entire ship inspection every week. I know it is responsibility of the safety officer, which is chief officer. However, you are a senior officer, and you should be part of it. And you should go on deck and tell chief mate, amigo, this is not good. This must be like this. Please do it. If you need my help, I will give you. But he must do first. And you should inspect the deck side, engine side, even bridge side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Also, for this works planning, what missed from your attention, you have to know what deck guys are doing also.
Ropes, wires.
Let's say, for example, you plan the deck compressor maintenance, and they plan the chipping.
Yes.
And then they open the air pump and then nothing.
Yeah,
So,
that I was talking about, that we need to gather between senior officers at
process should work together as a team.
Yeah, sure.
Not separate ways and don't look at each other. Okay, it's tech problem, engine problem, and
Okay. Marble one. Pollution prevention by oil. Oil water separator. With 15 ppm sensor installed. Where you, under what conditions you can run oil and water separator to discharge the bilge waters overboard.
So, oil water separator must be approved by class society and like Coast Guard. So, oil content meter must be in working condition and approved as well. So, it must be having this automatic stopping device, or maybe bilge water pump must be stopped if the content of going to higher than 15 ppm. That's the most important. What is if it's
any geographical limits?
Geographical limits we cannot use this in Antarctica area.
Antarctica.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Can you use it at anchorage?
No. Yeah. The ship must be en route from port to port. Yeah, I forgot it. It must be not like an anchorage.
Okay. Any distance to the closest shoreline?
And
So you are passing from Singapore to China. A lot of islands there. Can you?
a lot of who?
Islands.
Islands. Yeah. So we need to check the local regulations.
What Marpol say? Any limits to the nearest shoreline or not? That's it.
No, it's like I asked the question more times, but there is no limits. But we need to check local regulations, special countries.
Correct, absolutely. So only the local countries' regulations can.
Yeah, maybe some coral reef or something like this.
Yes,
Islands,
correct.
something.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why we record in oil record book the vessel position when you start operation, when you
Stop, latitude, longitude.
Okay. Now, critical equipment. In your company, for sure you have a list of critical equipment.
Yes, critical equipment. Yeah, in every company we had a list.
Okay. Can you just roughly, how many items in the list you have?
Only approximately 10. Steering gear, main engine, auxiliary engine, some navigational equipment. So this is critical equipment for it's without them the ship cannot be used. So
Different companies have different definition of critical machinery. So we are talking about, what about again, incinerator, oily water separator, was it in the list of the critical equipment in your company?
No, it wasn't in the list.
Environmental items were out of the list.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so just you mentioned that you have worked with international crews, and you mentioned Indians, Filipinos.
Oh, yeah.
Who else you used to work with?
Indian, Filipinos, Germans, Italians, Romanians, Poland, Bulgarian. Who else? A lot of, approximately 15 nationalities. Filipinos.
Koreans.
Who?
Koreans.
Koreans. Yeah, Koreans. Once we were selling the ship.
Yes.
So yeah, I've been working with one chief engineer.
For this one. Okay. So now, what class societies you work with? Last societies. DNV, GL, ABS.
Last society ABS, American Bureau.
And others? Can you recall?
Other Germanisch Lloyd, and DNV.
Okay. Well, what is the continuous machinery items in the...
Oh, there's a companies sending these special documents, continuous machinery survey.
Okay.
So, and periodically checks just indicated in this list. For example, if I see I need to check fuel circulating pump once per half year, once per year. So
No.
it must.
All continuous machinery surveys have the period 5 years. Survey should be done every 5 years. Now the question is, you have, again, joined the vessel in Singapore and now going to Pacific coast of United States. And then during handover, you have no time to check these survey items. And then you finally found the list or receipt from company, you find out cylinder number 2 main engine is due tomorrow.
Or tomorrow. It must be postponed to the next port. So
How? How? It is class document. It's not a company document or something. It is a class.
yeah, I know. So I need to inform technical manager and discuss this matter and delay till the next port, and after we can make overhaul.
Okay. What will happen if no actions will be made by office and next day after the due date?
No, I need to remind again.
Okay, so vessel will lose the class certificate. Will be out of class, out of insurance and everything. That you should understand the importance of this listing of the continuous machinery remains under chief engineer's responsibility.
Yeah, sure, I got it.
Okay, good. So we run out of the time?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
1 hour.
Any more questions?
No.
Okay, Gennady. Thank you very much for the time you spent with us. By the way, where you are living exactly?
In Kiev, Ukraine.
How is that?
It's okay. Spring is coming.
you still keep money in Sberbank?
Money. If I send the money, I take it in my flat, in my pocket.
No. Don't say. Neighbors are hearing that. Okay, so good. Thank you very much. Our crewing department will inform about the final decision.
You're welcome.
But looks like we will meet in Cyprus very soon.
I need to go to Cyprus again?
Normally our procedure is if the result of our interview will be approved and you will be assigned to the vessel, we have normally, if we know what vessel you are going, you come 3-4 days before vessel arrival, there is a crew change. We have not interview anymore. We are do briefing. We will tell you what is our company.
Yeah, I understand. Just short briefing because you have different policies, documents.
Not short, 2 days.
2 days. Good.
It's not 1 hour.
It's not a coffee.
No, I understand. I get used to it.
Okay, Геннадий. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
До свидания, спасибо большое.
Да, до свидания. Было приятно пообщаться. Все.
Окей, сигнатура.
Я выключаю, да?
Да, конечно.
Все, да, до свидания. Ну что, вот это настроение хорошее. Ну, вы видели, один раз затупил там с турбочарджером. Так, субтитры накладывать не буду, потому что это долго. Ну вот час интервью. Вот это, конечно, не то интервью, которое было с греком. Это уж мозг аж закипел. Так что вот насчет этих вопросов. Кто хочет в море, вот, пожалуйста, смотрите 5 видео. Если вы все это понимаете, значит, вперед. Все. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставим лайки, смотрим плейлисты. У нас тут 36 серий. И смотрим эти интервью. Все, до свидания.